everybody! Sorry for being late. We have some issues. The green screen needs to be kind of like re-tacked, so I've stuck it with some super glue. Hopefully that will keep us going for a few hours, and then I think I'm going to redo both of the green screens, because that one there got a bit dirty at the bottom. So yeah, the love of having dogs that come in and, you know, mess things, pee on things and stuff. So yeah, what's everyone doing? How's everyone? Okay, so I have a lot of stuff and mess because we're going to do a super big stream, I think, and Chester's excited. We are going to be making a test run of my brother's wedding cake. So I'm not going to make the whole lot of tiers. Give me 2 seconds. We're going to be tonight, we're making the cake, but I'm not going to do the whole lot of like tiers because it's going to be about this big. We're just going to do the mud cake and then the chocolate mud cake and the caramel mud cake to see how the recipes fare. So I want them to be moist, but I want them to be, you know, dense enough that I can stack them. So I just want to test the recipes. And we're going to make the buttercream as well. So tomorrow we're going to decorate it, and it'll be really delicious. Well, I don't know, we might see if we'll decorate it tonight or tomorrow. We'll see how we go. We're also going to be doing some tri-tip steak. So it is a redemption from our good friend BRZT. He's a huge supporter of the stream. So he redeemed tri-tip steak, and I've been trying to find it from a few butchers. I rang about 4 butchers and no one knew what it was. And then I went to the butcher near me in person, and I was showing her photos. And so that she went and like carved out this sirloin, and she's like this, and I was like, no, it's supposed to be in a triangle, and she kind of just didn't get it. And then the other guy came up and he was like, that's like not a good cut of meat. And I'm like, yeah, I know, like that's what I want. And he's like, no, you don't want that, like it's not good. And I was like, yeah, I've heard that it's good, and then like a certain way to cook it. And she's like, it's not tender. It's like, just let me try. If not, I'll come back for the good one that you have. She's like, okay. But then I've bought 2 pieces for $15, and they're like pretty decent pieces. So we're gonna try and slice it. We're gonna cook it and then slice it with some chimichurri sauce on top. So like a nice vinegary herb, like garlic sauce. So it's very popular in South America, and what it does is it really cuts through the fattiness of meat, and it really, the like fresh garlic flavor really goes well with grilled meat. So it's really popular in Argentina and South America. So I love chimichurri. I'm very excited. And the steak, I've chopped a little bit off this afternoon and eaten some because I was hungry, and fried the steak, and it was so good. Like a little bit of salt and pepper, and that's all you need. So I'm excited to see what it tastes like with the sauce as well. And then we're going to make some cucumber salad. So really simple, creamy, garlicky cucumber salad. A lot of garlic tonight. You know I love garlic. But before we go into that, let's go back to the last time, because we had some issues with our last stream. We made some Oriental chicken. I got told off on Reddit that I shouldn't call it Oriental. I should call it Asian chicken salad. I don't know if it matters. Does it matter? Asian versus Oriental? But I thought it was so pretty, so much color. We learned how to make our own fried or crispy noodles. So they're just Singapore noodles that we tried to fry originally, and then we just put in the oven, and they weren't super crispy. The Oriental chicken salad was marinated chicken breast in like soy, garlic, ginger. I think it was shasing wine. I can't remember. And then we've breaded it, or like added some panko breadcrumbs, and then we put it in the oven. So a healthier version rather than frying it. You could fry it if you wanted to. And then we've added a salad of cos lettuce or romaine lettuce, some carrot, cucumber, spring onions or green onions, and some red cabbage, purple cabbage as well. So it was really, really flavorful. The dressing was super simple. Dijon mustard, some mayo, garlic, soy, can't really remember, but the recipes will go all out to subs. That's including the barbacoa, the beef. So that's a pulled beef that we made in our pressure cooker. Unfortunately, our stream cut out, so we're having some issues with our stream computer. So Exceed's computer is running hot, and it hasn't been an issue because until now because it is summer, and we're also running the full cameras off his computer, and I don't know, we're having an issue. We think it's the thermal paste is kind of as like disintegrated, so we're gonna have to go and get some more thermal paste maybe tomorrow. So we're testing it out, seeing how we go, but if there is some blackouts, you guys will know that it's the computer, but hopefully it doesn't, because I want you guys to see this amazing food that we're gonna make tonight. All right, so no subs or donations or hosts. It was such a short quick stream. How's everyone doing? Kitchen Confidence, how you doing? Welcome back. Oh, thank you for stopping by the stream. No problem. It was lovely to see your setup. Molly looks beautiful today. Thank you, Smash. How you doing? So you can never see my eyelashes, even though I put like heaps of mascara on. So I put these fake eyelashes on, but they're like they're way too big. So I'm gonna probably get some more natural ones or whatever. What's on my hair? Oh, so speaking of my hair, this morning we were laying in bed because we had a busy morning. We were talking about, we had a first birthday today, and we were laying in bed thinking, I'm gonna get up. And Chester does this thing where he gets up and he lays at near our pillows. And I thought that he was just laying there. I was talking to Exceed, and then I looked up and I went to get out of bed, and I noticed that my pillow was all wet. And I was like, oh, and I said to Exceed, oh, Chester's vomited. And he goes, oh, that's gross. And then I thought, oh, I'll just touch my hair because that's where my head was. And I had vomit, and it was only clear whitish vomit all in my hair. So I had to go jump out of bed and strip the pillow, wash the pillowcase, and then wash all my hair, and it was gross. Ugh. I don't really get grossed out by things, Being a nurse, I've had my fair share of vomit and poo and stuff, and yeah, it's not too bad. Quasar, Pod, how you doing? So your makeup looks good today. Thank you very much. Kat, how you doing? Primus, how you doing? Thank you so much for all your advice. Last night we had a real chilled stream. We watched some videos. We're talking about beer, and looking at making some beer on stream. And we should look at kits. So that's what I was thinking, guys. If you guys are interested we're gonna do some fermentation. So I'm looking at doing some more fermented, we've made kimchi on stream. So I was thinking kombucha, beer. We could also do some cider, that kind of stuff. So if you're interested, we could look at some kits. I don't even know where to start to make your own beer. So that happens when you're a mum. Is that against Twitch rules? Making beer? I don't think so. It shouldn't be. People drink, and there's all different. There's a bartending, a few bartenders that make drinks on Twitch. Home brew shop. Yeah, I've seen Pod. I've seen your elderflower syrup. I didn't know you were making cider. That's really cool. It's easier than you think. Butterbeer. Kat, we made butterbeer at the start when we first started streaming. One of our first theme streams we did Harry Potter. Butterbeer simple. All it is it's brown sugar with cream and soda, creaming soda. It's not actually a beer, but it's not very nice. I didn't really like it. The cream and the soda. Ooh. Green apple cider. Ooh, I prefer pear cider because it's a little bit sweeter. I don't like the really dry cider. I like a little bit of sweetness. I'm not sweet enough. But a bad year for codling moth. Is that on your apples? Is that what you're talking about? I love doing homework during the weekend. Oh no! And I don't know who I've missed. J Mood, how you doing? Chester the Vom Vom, yeah. He's been unwell lately, and it's, you can't be angry at the kid. He's had like an upset tummy in the last few weeks. He's had an ear infection. I didn't actually check his ear today. So I've been like kind of cleaning out his ears, and he's just been sick. So I don't know. Maybe he's just a little bit run down. He just needs some rest. Got your message. The soup's a brilliant idea. Beautiful. So J-Mood and I are organising, we're doing Skyrim next week for our theme stream. So we're going to make a potato and leek soup. We're going to make a, what is that bread? Like a platted bread filled with meat. And then we're also doing the sweet rolls as well. So, should I told you? Should I have kept the secret? I don't know. Ugh. What else? So today we went to a first birthday. It was super fun. It made me a little bit clucky. I was looking after our friend's baby, and he's so cute. His name is William, and he's like such a chubby chunker. He's adorable. And he's so chill. Like, he didn't really cry all day. He likes to eat, so as long as I was eating a sandwich, so I ripped off the crust, and he was like sucking the crust. And he loved watermelon. And we gave him a cupcake, and he like demolished it, and it was like all on the floor, and he was stepping in it, so I had to kind of clean him up. And yes. So, but the problem was, Exceed doesn't do heat well. We're a cold family. We like the cool weather. So Exceed was wearing long pants and a black shirt, and he was like dying in the heat. So by the time I think it was about 2 o'clock, he was like, we need to go. I need to get out of here. So now he's sitting in the aircon. We've been in the aircon all day. But then he went to the gym, so I don't know. Hold on, my ribs are sore for some reason. Was WA good? WA was beautiful. It was so lovely to be home and like catching up with the family. I'm just going to get a drink. Give me 2 seconds. Yeah, it was so lovely to go home and catch up with family and friends and kind of do nothing. We had a few days of doing nothing, and then we had a whole day of doing nothing when our flight was cancelled. So that was a bit of a bad one. So our flight got cancelled. We're never going Tiger Airlines. Thinking of going to Margaret River for my birthday. Ooh, do it. That'd be beautiful. Your birthday's not for ages, is it, Pooh? 21 times 5 is 105. Hey Google, what is 21 times 5?
21 times 5 is 105.
Clean it up. -8 here. Oh, that would be beautiful. So, oh, Chester, scared the Jesus out of me. I'm looking for a tea towel. So I need a tea towel when I cook. Turn the oven on. Okay, so we'll get into the cake first, I think. Cakes. So we're making a caramel cheesecake, and we're also making a chocolate cheese. No. We're making a caramel mud cake and a chocolate mud cake to start off with. I don't know where I got cheesecake from, just ignore me. And I had a hair lighty to put my hair up, and now I don't know where I put it. There it is. So I got a haircut. I have a fringe or bangs.
Open Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style.
Got it raw. Thank you so much. 8 months in a row. Whoop, whoop, whoop. The real question is cheesecake a cake or a pie? How you doing, Ash? Thank you so much, God of Raw. Thank you. 8 months in a row. Don't know how many fingers that is. 8 months. Jeez. So, a little announcement. So our Molly map. We're gonna clear out our Molly map and then we're going to start fresh. So we're thinking that every 3 to 6 months we're gonna wipe it clean and then we're gonna start again so that, you know, we've got up-to-date subs on there. And yeah. Thank you, Gotta Roll. 8 months in a row. Oh my goodness. And then you guys know exactly where your pin is because that's what I've been really worried about is, you know, you guys who have been subbed for so long, your pin gets lost. And, you know, I just want to make sure that we re-add you and that you know where your pin is. And then I'm looking at getting pins that we can write people's names on. So it's specific to you and you know that's your pin. And I know that's your pin also. And then also I want to remember where everyone is. You know, my long-term subs and, you know, people have been here for so long and our new people coming in. I want to know where you are in the world. And like sometimes I put you up there and then I forget. So it's that every few months popping you back up there and being like, yep. And then it's like that, remember. And then we'll get to the stage where you'll resub and I'm like, I know where you live. And yeah, it's just a thing for me that I want to, you know, pay more attention and really, focus on that and focus on the support you guys give me. Give myself NXT. I don't bake, I watch people bake. Makes me concentrate more, so I listen. What? You listen to me in class? What? Cat? Really? What's good, people? Your hair looks gorgeous. Thank you, Bumpy. So yeah, it can be like kept to the side like this, or when it's dry, I can I can straighten it so that it's, hold on, like that. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. You know, like a front fringe. No, Molly knows where you live. You give me a Vancouver pin, whoever gifted this sub. I did put it in Vancouver. It's up there. Remember? You're green. You're this one here, Bumpy. We got you. We got you. Molly. Molly, you're very classy today. Thank you very much. No, yeah. So this is... Okay, so... I am drinking tonic water, like diet tonic water, and the tiniest amount of like fresh orange juice. Exceed's pointing to the kettle with his mouse because he wants me to make him a coffee. So the stream is going to be changing in relation to recipes a little bit because I've been very stressed in how I am going to go forward in the next few months. I have a lot happening and my health is taking a little bit of a toll and so is my self-confidence. You know, I went from you know, struggling with my weight to then getting really healthy, and now with the stream I feel a lot of pressure to do more elaborate meals and longer like streams, and so what I'm trying and focusing on in the next few months is really focus on health and trying to draw out those streams, but a lot of healthier meals are, it's like carbonated water pretty much, but it's got like this bitter taste to it. So for the next few months we're gonna get really healthy, but I'm trying to figure out, salads are really super simple and healthier food, and so I'm trying to elongate the stream by, you know, chatting and finding other ways and maybe more meals to kind of, you know, still be entertaining. And, you know, people have said that a lot of you come for my personality and like just to hang out, so that makes me feel good. But I really need to start looking after myself and getting in better shape, and that starts 80% of your health is down to your diet. So we're gonna start eating. I'm gonna do much more vegetarian food. I am. So more salads, healthier alternatives to food, more protein. So that protein might be like beef, lean meat, and chicken. It might be seafood, and then it also might be something like chickpeas, lentils. Really looking forward to. Have you ever tried chia seeds? I made chia pudding before. You can do healthier streams. Even vegan food is awesome these days. Yeah. There's a lot more resources out there, and food doesn't have to. And that's what I want to show you guys. Food doesn't have to, have a lot of sugar and a lot of food to be delicious. You can do really simple meals. And big key is cutting out sugar and processed sugars. Definitely. And I've moving around lately. We moved house and we moved to States, and it's kind of been an excuse in how we had winter. Now it's summer, and just being too relaxed. And I want to take our stream to a whole new level, and I also need to have the energy to be able to take our stream, to another level, but then also feel comfortable and confident, and also look that way as well. And potato and leek soup. Boop, boop, boop. Okay, I'm making your coffee. Exceed. Stop pointing. Ba-bam. Okay, so Exceed likes his coffee very strong, so he gets 2 spoons. So even I'm talking about health, and then we're making like mud cake. But the cake is gonna go probably to Exceed or my work. The leek dance. Making alternative processed sauces can pad out a stream. Ooh, or sugar replacements. That's a good idea. That's a really good idea. So like making some like chili sauce and some tomato sauces. That's a really good idea. And like any ideas that you guys have, please send them in. I've heard people are interested in like keto stuff. And I've been having keto coffee, the bulletproof coffee. I have that sometimes in the mornings on the way to work. I can see patiently tapping his foot. Yeah, that's him. Gives me a big smile. Okay, let's get cooking. Making alternative cheese sauces like cashews. Ooh, that would be interesting. Very interesting. Ash, add it all to Discord. Because that's where I'm. I love ideas like you guys telling me stuff, but then it's like I have a memory like a goldfish, and I never remember after the stream. I get busy doing something, and then it just like Puff the Magic Dragon out of my head. All right. Push that away. Now, we're gonna go into we'll do caramel mud cake first. So, little funny story for you. Nutritional yeast is a cheese god. I have some nutritional yeast. I don't had it for a while, so I might need to get some fresh stuff. When I'm typing these recipes up, I make a mental note to myself. You don't make sure you've got white chocolate molly, and also self-raising flour molly. And then I get to today, like half an hour before stream, and I'm getting all the ingredients out, and I was like, I don't have any white chocolate. Because I buy stuff in bulk, but when I bought it in, I bought milk like this size of the dark and the milk, but then I didn't think that I'd use white chocolate, so I got the smaller one. I ran out of the white chocolate last week when I made raspberry and white chocolate muffins. So I thought I'd make a mental note to remember that I need more white chocolate. This afternoon, I was getting the ingredients. I was like, oh, shit, I don't have any self-raising flour, so I had to alter the recipe to make it into self-raising flour. And then I had to run out to the deli, the Asian deli, like around the corner. And they didn't have any big blocks of chocolate, so I had to buy these ones here. And I was so nervous about not having enough, so I bought 5, and they're probably the most chocolate. The most expensive chocolate ever. Chaos Leon, thank you so much for that follow. It usually pops up. What's going on, XC? How you doing, Black Flags? I am sorry, but lovely that you're here. Stay and come watch us cook. Where in the world are you from? I love your accent. Thank you very much. I am from Australia. I'm Western Australian born, but now I live in Victoria. This is Southeast Australia. Okay, so yeah, the most expensive white chocolate I've ever, or chocolate I bought in total. So we'll see how much we use, and then it will probably go in my cupboard for later. I would live in Australia, but I can't because my family doesn't think I can handle it. Kat, you can handle it. Just go and live with Ash. She'd love to have you. Alright, so we've got Milky Bar. So this is like a really popular Australian. I'm pretty sure it's Australian. We have to get the old school ads out, like ads that we had as children. Because you used to have a Milky Bar kid. And I don't know if you guys know what a milk bar is. But a milk bar is like a deli. And they had this Milky Bar kid. So a kid with like a cap, like a cowboy hat. And he would sit there and drink milk. And he was called the Milky Bar Kid. So it was pretty crazy. And it was... Black Flag, thank you so much for that follow. How you doing? Australia's harmless. It is. So yeah, it's an old ad, but the chocolate's pretty good. I always find that white chocolate is too sweet for me. But there's sometimes when I feel like I want it, but usually it's not for me. I like dark chocolate, like 70% dark chocolate is good. Alright, so the recipe is calling for white chocolate. We have some butter, Western Star butter. This one's like a little bit open, so that's our butter. So white chocolate, butter, brown sugar, in there. Golden syrup. So I don't have any golden syrup on me, so I'm just going to use some molasses and some honey. Okay. Hey Google, what's an alternative to golden syrup?
Oh. Here's a summary from the website nigella.com. Corn syrup is slightly thinner than golden syrup, though generally we have found that you can substitute corn syrup for golden syrup without having to change the quantities.
I don't have corn
Maple syrup and honey both have quite distinct tastes and are more expensive than corn syrup, so are not the best substitutes for golden syrup.
I'll just use honey, I think. Honey is good. So we'll just use honey. Honey. What else? Vanilla essence. Oh, so this is vanilla bean paste. We have some plain flour. This guy here, plain flour. We want some baking powder. So this recipe calls for 150 grams of self-raising flour and 150 grams of plain flour. If you don't have self-raising flour like I don't, because I think it's a waste keeping both, you can use 300 grams of plain flour and then add 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And then for the later on, we're gonna add a little bit of baking soda because for the other recipe, because we're using cocoa, just a tiny bit. Honey will work fine. I'm not super fixated on golden syrup, no way. Not an issue. And that's it. We're gonna use some warm water as well, hot water. And that's it. So, if you don't mind it tasting like honey instead of sugar, no, it's all good. Okay, so first things first, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this up a notch. So so you guys can see a bit better. Well, I'm gonna get a bowl. So how's your weekend been so far, everybody? Because everybody should be on weekend time. It should be Saturday for everyone right now, right? Am I correct? Okay. So oven should be preheated to 160 degrees Celsius. Let me turn my oven down. Because you want it to be lower and slower to cook these. Okay. So I need to remember that I'm halving the recipe. So I always do this wrong because I try and do it on the fly and then I forget halfway through. So we want 100 grams of white chocolate. So these are 50-gram blocks. There we go. 100 grams of butter. So that means we get this guy. Grams of butter. Make sure that's on 0. Oh, just shy. It'd be really dope if we could have electronic scales that like come up on the screen so that you guys can see. Like, you know what I mean? Alright, 100 grams of butter. Seeing a French movie festival. Wow. Wow, that'd be amazing. So Georgie would be able to understand it in Pod, and then you would just read the subtitles. Is that right? My cousin walked in and now we're watching you. He thinks you're cool, Molly. Sadly, she doesn't have Twitch. Ah, well, welcome. Kat, what's your cousin's name? Welcome, cousin. Thank you for your lovely comments. But I would need a lot of weed to film such a film festival. Yeah, I would need something to keep me awake, a lot of coffee, because I fall asleep in movies lately. It seems to be a thing that's going on, that I can't stay awake. Okay, so we've got in here our butter and our chocolate. We're gonna add our sugar. So we want, now I've just got to remember, it's a cup of brown sugar. I definitely read the subtitles, it's not hard. I always find that I don't like movies with subtitles because I spend so much time reading the subtitles that I don't actually know what's going on. You know, you get what I mean? Like you're looking around down at the subtitles rather than looking at the actual, actors. I can't find my measuring cups. I'm honestly subconscious of them. Most is body language, yeah. So how many movies would you go and see at a film festival? Is it like you go on like 6 or something? Like, not like, I don't know where 6 came from. But do you go and see like multiple movies at a time? Or is it just one a night? Like I'm thinking of like Cannes Film Festival, whatever. 11? You're not going to go through and sit 11 movies though. Surely not. Pod. That's crazy. Opening night plus discount for 10. So 10 on, please tell me they're different nights. Over a month, okay. Cool. Alright, that makes me feel much happier. Okay, what else? Golden syrup, so we're going to use our honey. So I have put half a cup of sugar, and now I need 1 tablespoon of, so half a tablespoon of honey. I'm just speaking out loud because I'm making sure I have the recipe. Ba-ba-dum. So I said that the other day that we were going through the Harry Potter movies, so hopefully tonight or tomorrow Exceed will download the third one. Which is the third one? Is it the Goblet of Fire is the third one? Or is it the Prisoner of Azkaban? Come on guys, let me know. But we're slowly going to work our way through them. Okay. Brown sugar, vanilla essence. Okay. We'll put some vanilla in there. What's going on? It's like all around under some hot water. Our record is 3 in a day with meals in between. Wow. But you're exhausted. Holy dooly. Oh, there we go. Vanilla bean paste. Now it comes out. Prisoner of Azkaban, I believe. Oh, okay, beautiful. Alright, so now we're going to take this over to our stove. Hey, Romy. We're going to put a pot on here with some water. We're going to use a double boiling method to melt our butter, sugar, chocolate mixture. Icky sticky. Oh, now I need to find a cake tin. Too many. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. I don't know if it's a bad idea to be halving this cake. I don't know. I'm a little bit unsure. Because I don't know if you'll see the true density of it. Because these are like thin sheet tins, or I could use this tin, but it's a bit big. So I kind of need a small but tall one. I don't know. We'll see how much mixture we make. All right. Now, what we're gonna do, we'll decide on that later. So we'll put this aside. Push that away. Over there. So I'm going to try and make both of the cakes together, put them in the oven, because they take a bit of a while. You want like a whole cool oven, not a too hot. Nice. So what has everyone got planned for the rest of the weekend? So Kat, why did you say you don't want to move to... Your family don't think that you could move to Australia? They'll miss you, that's why. Okay, so eggs. Alright, we'll put the flowers in here. The flour. So we're gonna need 1 egg now that I don't forget. 1 egg, 300 grams of plain flour. So we'll get our other scale for that. Oh man. Oh, stop sticking to me. One is literally no one I know there besides Wolf, and I doubt she'll let me stay with her. That's true. That's the thing where you go on an adventure for a while, and well, I think, how old are you now, Kat? You're probably a little bit young. You can always go traveling when you get a little bit older. And I would forgive myself if something happens back home. Yeah, it is a little bit of a distance, isn't it? That's my worry. Still to this day, you know, being interstate even, I do worry about. Alright, I'm going to turn this heat down. Just going to take this off. Stir it here. Just a bit awkward, trying to hold it up there and stir it. Beautiful white chocolate. See, the inclusion of the brown sugar is making it more of a caramel rather than a white chocolate. A white chocolate mud cake. We'll be using white sugar and just like a more pale color. More of a caramelly flavor with the brown sugar and then the brown golden syrup. Just keep an eye on that. And what we want to do is just keep heating it until it's nice and melted. And then we're going to stir through our eggs and then our flour. My saliva won't stop. Finan, how you doing? Making us hungry and glutinous again. I would say I provide my family and look after. Oh, that's important. I'm 15, but I was offered a scholarship at a high school in Australia. Really? A scholarship for what? Like for a sport or? Congratulations, that's amazing. Okay. So we want 300 grams, so that's 150 grams because we're halving it. Oh, wait, I don't know why I'm doing it on this scale if I'm only using 150 grams. And I would stay in an apartment complex and would have a one-on-one caregiver. So that's something I would actually tour Australia at the same time when my mother didn't like me leaving her side. Oh. So did you say you would have a one-on-one caregiver or your mum? Your mother? Academic scholarship. Wow, that's amazing. If you went to university, so was that a high school, not a university yet? Because I keep thinking you're older. See? All right, so flour in there. So that's your plain flour. Probably too much. Direct access to video chatting. Yeah, of course. But shoo, excuse me. All right, I'm going to take that off the heat now, I think. I think it's a bit overheating. Ba-ba-da. Okay, so plain flour in there. We're going to add a teaspoon of baking powder. Yeah. Let's clean this out. I asked my father and tell my mother a few weeks before I go, oh, actually have to look at this. I didn't know that baking soda or baking powder goes out of date. 2020 something. It's rubbed out 2018. Okay, still good. Still good. Baking powder in here. Might add a little bit of salt. Just to kind of balance the sweetness. Alright, let's bring this guy over. Oh, it's hot. So, here is your white chocolate. You've got some honey instead of a golden syrup. I didn't have any golden syrup. When I actually make it, I will use golden syrup. Then we have brown sugar, milk chocolate butter, some vanilla bean paste in there as well. Sticky toffee caramelly goodness. Alright, and what we're going to do, I'm just going to check the temperature. We're going to whisk in an egg. Where's my new whisk? Maybe it's in the dishwasher. I use the same box. Okay. Oh, look at that. So good. Just make sure. And now we want an egg. Where did I put my egg? Where did I put it? It hasn't rolled off the bench, has it, guys? Oh no. Holy, where did my egg go? Because I took it out of the... Oops. Whatever, we'll just get another one. Oops. So I had an egg, and I had it in this little bowl that is for my measuring my flour. So I took it out, and now I don't know where it's gone. Oops. It'll turn up. Kind of like rolled off. Surely not. Don't you already egg it? Huh? I didn't put an egg in there yet. Am I wrong? You have to be extra careful with your baking supplies. Yes. Alright. So, egg in there. And you want to make sure you're working quickly because you don't want that egg to start cooking because of the heat. So then what we're going to do is add our flour, and that will bring down the temperature. Oh my goodness, look at this. Oh, look at that. Oh, so good. So I probably have, like, this is half a recipe. I probably need to make about 2 to 3 times this. I don't know. We'll see how much I need on the day. It's not too sweet, which is nice. Exactly the humor I want in stream. Oh, you guys make me laugh. Okay. I'm gonna use these small tins. So I'm gonna turn the oven down a little bit more. I think it should be able to fit in 2. So we'll do 2 dark chocolate and the other one 2 caramel mud cake. So we're gonna spray. There we go. Tap this. Well, got it on my belly. Good one, Molly. I don't know where else I should put this. Put it there for a minute. Okay. A spatula. Oh, look at that. So there's not a lot of baking agent in rising agent. So You're cooking it low and slow, so then you're getting a more of a dense cake for a mud cake. But you want it still to be super moist. I've never actually made properly a mud cake. I tried for my birthday last year, but it was in my brother's kitchen. He didn't have the right ingredients, and it didn't really work out. We are all slices of the same pie. All these food puns going on right now. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay. It's hard not to lick your fingers when the food is so good. Okay. We can scoop this off. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right, beautiful. There we go. Many different pies. Okay. Oh, I found my egg. It was underneath my sponge. I won't put it there because it will roll off. All right. So we want this kind of like that to kind of smooth it out. Look at those pies. So this one is this one's caramel, white chocolate caramel, whatever caramel. And then we're gonna make a dark chocolate as well. These these buns are making me crack up. Okay, in the oven. Alright, now the dark chocolate one. So this one's a little bit more involved, I think. Now I can't find the recipe. Okay. So this one's 250 grams of butter, so that's 125 grams of butter that I want, right? Right, Molly? Right? Okay. The squeaky toy with the shaking was perfect. Yes. Thank you, Chester. Okay, butter. I'll get my little friend here. And here. 125 grams of butter. Butter is here. I love your dogs more when they play with the squeaky toys. Really? I don't. Not at all. I like my dogs to be silent and cute. Nah, they're very adorable. They just are sometimes annoying. I'm very wary of the noise with you guys on stream. Not enough. How scary is it? I don't know. There we go. Good. 125 grams of butter into here. Then we want another 125 grams of chocolate. I actually don't know. I don't think we have any of the dark chocolate left, so I'm going to use milk chocolate and use more cocoa. Okay? Might play havoc on the balance, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So this is a test recipe of a cake that I'm making in 2 weeks for my brother's wedding. We're hoping that we can stream some of it, but we'll be back in Western Australia. So back where I was the other day, holidaying again. a bake it that doesn't have dark chocolate at home. Sacrilege. No, I used it all. That's the problem, Finnan, is that I've used it all. I buy it in bulk, and so I've used it all. That's why I don't use milk chocolate or eat milk chocolate. So that's why that's the only one I have left. I'm sorry. I feel like I've let you all down. Okay, where's mine? We're gonna add some coffee. So coffee in a chocolate cake, you don't necessarily taste the coffee. What it does is it brings out a lot of the chocolate flavor. So in here we're going to add a tablespoon of coffee. Yeah, so I use chocolate and coffee together quite often. That's not coffee. It's coffee, like you want coffee powder or granules. Okay, so we're gonna melt this down. We're gonna go over to the stove. Hey Chester. Probably a bit too much water in there. Makona coffee. Oh, I really needed to melt, to cut it. Make it into smaller pieces. Good English, Molly. You know me, my English isn't very good. Oh goodness, this is not working out the way I wanted it to work. Freeze-dried coffee flavored crystals. Okay, so what would you, if a recipe called for coffee granules, what would you say I needed? Actually, it's quite funny. If Steve prefers real coffee, but you can't have real coffee beans ground because you have to be able to dissolve it into the liquid. You can't use things like that in cooking because you have a really crunchy cake. That's my excuse in math when I don't want to speak. I don't speak English. You have an excuse because it's not your first language, Kat. I don't have that excuse. My current language is Molly. I don't speak anything else today. I don't think that will hold up too well. I need one of those silicone handles. I keep thinking that I need one of them, but I never get around to buying it, so it's like a glove, you know? Oh, look at that. Oh wow, it's amazing. It's really good. Cake in there's looking good. 1 ounce espresso or something. Wow, Bumpy, you just give me a hard time about my coffee. I love it. Nah, the beans and then use liquid. Yeah, I get what you mean. Yeah, definitely it's an option. I'm gonna add. I'll do it later. I'll add the cocoa. Yeah, I'll do it later. So you're just dissolving the coffee in here as well as melting down your butter to a nice liquid. You probably turn the heat off now and just let it sit there, and the residual heat from your pan is going to melt it and then dissolve that coffee. See how you lumps of coffee? This is really good though. Okay. Now, this time we're gonna get, I think we might use the same bowl. Let's do some recycling, hey? So, in here, Same bowl. We're gonna do 150 grams of flour again. You don't mean to give me a hard time. No, I'm just joking around with you. I love it. Don't worry. I'm just playing around. You guys play around with me, so I play around with y'all too. Is 3K a lot of money for basically a first class stay anywhere around the world for around 6 weeks? 6 weeks? Not really. You mean like spending money? Um, 6 weeks is a long time, and is a long time. So I spent 5-6 weeks when I was in Europe, and I was in different countries and things, and it is a long time. And when you factor in, you know, meals, 3 meals a day, you know, by 6 weeks, it does add up. So 150 grams of plain flour in there. We're gonna add some baking powder. So one teaspoon, right? Yeah. It's usually like 2K for 10 days at a resort. Yeah. $600 to $1,200 per week for a country cottage, and that's just land content accommodation. I'm going to add a little bit of baking soda in there, Rob, just a smidge. But also touring the landmarks. So then you also, Kat, are you saying that it is spending money? $3,000 for spending money? If it's by yourself, it's a little bit of a different story than like, you know, with other people. But you need to factor in, if you're touring different places, the landmarks, you know, going into museums costs, depending which country, a lot of money. You also need to factor in the conversion rate. So if you're going to Europe, like euros, for Australian dollar into a euro, the conversion is terrible. So we lose a lot of money. It's also, you know, the different types of accommodation. You know, if you want to splurge and go shopping as well. And yeah, different types of accommodation, so hotel, Airbnb, whatever. 60 grams of cocoa. Cocoa powder. Cocoa powder. Go, 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 cocoa powder. So 60 grams of cocoa powder. This one's a darker cocoa powder, so depending which one you're using, sometimes I would use a little bit less. However, I'm using milk chocolate here where I usually should be using dark chocolate. So I'm going to be using the whole, probably 65, even 70. There we go. So we need some vegetable oil, some milk, and some eggs as well. Okay. That is your chocolate mixture. I'm gonna take this away so you guys can see a little bit better. I'm going to... It's a 3K pay and first class travel, and yeah, shopping too, but we also pay for a one-on-one counsellor with wherever we go to visit. So your person goes with you as well. So 3K US dollars equals no. So we're talking about euros. Hey Google, what is 3,000 US dollars in Australian dollars?
3,000 United States dollars is approximately 3,866 Australian dollars and 70 cents.
What? No, it's not. It's on Google on, like crack. Hey Google, what's 3,000 US dollars to Australian dollars?
3,000 United States dollars is approximately 3,866 Australian dollars and 70 cents.
What? What? I thought the US dollar was... I'm confused now. 3,800, yeah. Yeah, oh, what am I thinking? Yeah. So it's when we go to America that it's worth less, yeah. Sorry, I was getting confused. So cocoa powder, you just... Yep, thank you, Bumpy. I was getting confused because, like, the conversion of, going US, Australian to US. Don't worry, I was getting confused. But yeah, the conversion rate's pretty shitty. Backwards. So when Australians go to America, or even Europe, hey Google, what is the conversion, 3,000 Australian dollars to euros?
3,000 United States dollars is approximately 2,435 euros and 37 cents.
Hey Google, what is 3,000 Australian dollars to euros?
3,000 Australian dollars is approximately 1,892 euros and 4 cents.
Wow, so little. Yeah, I think Canadian dollars are just like Australian, right? Oh, 0.78, wow. Okay, so your cocoa powder tends to clump, so it's really important especially with cakes and baking, is that you sift it. You can sift it more than once. So you can sift it like into your flour and then sift your flour again, just so that it's well combined. There we go. I put baking powder in there, didn't I? We need, caster sugar, okay. 220 grams of caster sugar. Let me check this other cake in the oven. Ooh, looking good. Looking good. Looks really moist. Sugar. I don't need that. You get more for your money, we get less. Yes. That's why a lot of people save and save and save. Not only is it hard to get anywhere because we're so segregated, or like separate here in Australia on the other side of the country, but our cost of living is more expensive, and the travel is really expensive, as well as the conversion. Okay. Our economy is kind of shit, yeah. Aww. So 220 grams of sugar. Wow, it's really sugary. me just check that I'm doing this right. It's only paper, not plastic like the other countries. Some countries have paper money, but it's the value of the money, not the actual money itself that costs. It's all the economy and inflation and that changes the value of that piece of paper or piece of plastic. The paper or the plastic itself has no value. Yeah. It's all the little symbols on it. Okay. So, 220 grams of sugar in there as well. I'm going to add a tablespoon of oil. Most countries in the world, their money is tied to gold. The Federal Reserve took away all gold value of American money. Ooh. Alright, we're going to add a tablespoon of oil. You can use, I'm using olive oil at the moment. This is like a, don't use extra virgin olive oil when you're cooking because it turns bitter. I use normal traditional olive oil. You could use a neutral flavored oil like vegetable oil or canola oil as well. We need some milk, 125 gram mils, so that means 50, 60, 2.5. So that's 3 tablespoons and so 60 is this, 1 tablespoon is 20 mils. 1, 2, 3, and then we need 2.5, so I think it's half a teaspoon. We'll just go with that. Whoop. We don't really need that if it's splashed. Okay. So that's our chocolate mix with our melted chocolate, our coffee. What else do we have in there? We're going to add some eggs. So we want 2 eggs. This is going to make a bigger batch than the other cake. 1. Eggs, Molly. Is 16 fluid ounces carbonated water bad? What do you mean by bad, Kat? Is this what you've been drinking? Milk, we've got the sugar, soda. Beautiful. And then just one more thing that we need is 185 mils of water. So 185 is 92.5. Okay. Alrighty, so now what we're going to do, let's grab this, we're going to give this a whisk. This is our flour, baking powder, a little bit of baking soda and our cocoa. We're going to mix our chocolate coffee mix in there with our eggs. bigger recipe than our last one. So luckily the chocolate cake is going to be a larger tier than the caramel. So when I make the wedding cake, I'm gonna make a large chocolate and then a large chocolate like this, and then the second tier is going to be smaller. So it probably works out better that there's less. 2,002, let's see. 2.5 liters of like carbonated water. Was it just soda water, or did it have like sugar in it? Good evening. Hello, Panda King. Welcome back, my friend. Alright, so we're gonna get rid of this. I love your countertops. Big areas. I have to use, oh, there's not a huge lot of space here. It's probably like a meter. But it's bigger than the other kitchen. This is not working out too well. Where'd my spatula go? Just checking out the caramel mud cakes, I think, nearly done. Is 360 fluid ounces of beer bad? Ah. Bumpy, I don't think you have a problem. Alright. So this is our dark chocolate mud cake mix. And this last little bit of water. Oh, look at that. Oh. So for those that are just joining us, we're doing a test run of a cake because I'm making my brother's wedding cake in 2 weeks. So I just want to make sure that the recipes are a-okay. So I'm just going to make a lot of cake, I think. Oh wow, it tastes so good. It's really strong. Really strong. I think I might actually put this in this tin. Baking paper. It's strong with coffee as well. I think I like that, and I know that the bride loves coffee. She's Colombian. If you take your cooker and your dish area and squeeze it on the same side, that's how much room I have. Ah, so it gets a squeeze. Oh, okay. Yes, I'm very lucky. We're looking at houses. I told you guys we've been looking for a while of buying a house. Bianco? How do you pronounce that, Kat? It's covered in lechera, which lechera is like a caramel, right? Like doce de leche. So I'm just trying to pull this. So we're trying to buy a house, but we're not sure where which area. And then we're going to set up like a more permanent stream structure. But I owned an apartment. Apartments are good. We just have 2 dogs, so we can't live in an apartment. And we're too loud. Too loud for an apartment. So much cake. Yeah, so this would make, probably would only need to double this recipe, or the other one I'll times it by, I don't know. I think it's better having more cake than not when it comes to like the wedding. I probably need to do one of these because this is halved. So I really need to do times one and the other one doubled. I don't know. I'm a little bit unsure. We have dogs in the apartment, but most of them have only one. Ah, okay. I'm here for the steak. All right, we'll get onto the steak. Let's do some cleaning. So that is our mud cake, our chocolate mud cake. How glistening and beautiful that looks. So I'll pop it in here, and I'll test out. Betsy, thank you for those bits. How you doing tonight? Lovely to see you as always. So now what am I trying to do? Get this guy. What? So these are our caramel mud cake. Probably just gonna get a skewer, a toothpick. You're doing all right? Just all right. I'm doing really well, thank you. Even better that you're here. Beautiful. So they're nice and cooked. And then they're quite soft, but then they'll harden as they cool. Like a high sugar content, so they need to be sugar and butter content, so they need to cool. Yum. So that's why you're going to make sure you don't overcook them. And they also don't have as much baking powder, so they're not going to puff up. So these ones did puff up a little bit, but then they've sunk down. So we're gonna pop them off the side. Okay, let's get started with this. Oh, I'm just thinking about it, it's making me hungry. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it to last. I'm gonna do the steak last because we're gonna do the cucumber salad next. Okay? Sorry to make you sad. But the cucumber salad needs to wait and kind of sit in its juices. Alright, so I nuked last night's chicken wings I baked in the oven in a Thai curry sauce I bought. Ooh, that sounds good. Are you excited about your stream, Betsy? Okay, so the salad. Cucumber salad, super simple. So cucumber, obviously. We're going to put some lemon juice, some Greek yogurt, some thyme, dill, dill, fresh dill, but the grocery store didn't have any, so I'm using dried today, but thoroughly recommend using, we're gonna use some parsley, a little tiny bit of parsley, some red onion is here. I don't want to burn my eyes again. Some garlic. What else? Salt and pepper. And that's it. Cool. So, easy peasy Japon heise. Okay. I just have to get through tomorrow first. So much work tomorrow. Oh no. That will help you. I don't know, if you're nervous about the stream, being busy helps your nerves. Okay. So cucumber, I'm just gonna cut it in half, take off this wrapping. Cut it in half again. Like that. Because watching you stream and not getting hungry is like jumping in a pool of water and Getting out dry still. Oh, Finnan. That's what we say. You have always bring snacks to stream. Because people always tell me they try to eat before the stream and then they end up cooking or getting hungry. So I think it's bring your food to the stream. So, cucumber. You can just do it in nice half moons like this. Like that. I'm not nervous, just stressed about work. Oh, okay. What are you going to be streaming? Are you going to be playing games or? Oh, good one, Molly. I did all that chopping and then I didn't even go all the way through. I was too busy like trying not to cut my fingers off. I'll just do this. See, you won't even know. And it all just breaks apart. Doing Mario Maker easy, normal, then maybe Earthbound, depends on how it goes. Oh! Mario Maker sounds good. I've never heard of Earthbound. Don't I just love cucumber? It's just so fresh, full of hydration. I love it. Okay, a little bit of parsley because I want to use all this parsley for my chimichurri, so I don't want to use too much in this salad. Bit in there. Oh, get some dry bits out. Even some Mario Kart with Golf with Friends. Wow, seems like an action-packed stream. 200 divided by 5, then times 2, then times 5. Kat, are we doing your homework for you? I feel like I should tell you. All right, some Greek yogurt. So you'd use mayonnaise if you wanted to, but this is just like a nice, healthier alternative. Good. Haven't really felt the greatest the last few years. You feel like you're getting unwell? Look after yourself. Are you doing math homework, Kat? Okay, now we need some dill. Dance again, guilty, got no rhythm. But I can't use the code because I'm here with you and not leaving. Do you not have it on your phone or something? Alright, red onion. We're just going to slice this really fine. Use a mandolin if you wanted to as well. Depending if you like big chunks of like onion, some people are really against it. I like the kind of spiciness. So I would just like... It just looks so cool coming from like a height. I think I put a little bit too much yogurt. Oh, that onion is burning my eyes. Damn. Every time. Just gets my eyes. Alright, some lemon juice and garlic. 2 + 2 = quick maths. How you doing, menopause? It's algebra, but I learned algebra a KK long time ago. But school think I need to retake it when I'm a pro at it. Oh, that makes me laugh. So they don't think you're a pro? I'm doing good till I saw the onions. What's wrong with my onions? I also can't, doing well until I saw the onions because they burned my eyes. So a little bit of garlic in there, a little bit of extra kick and spice. So I should have put the garlic in with the yogurt and then add it on top. Alright, last things last. Lemon juice. Nice squeeze of lemon. So yeah, I put too much yogurt. We've decided. It's just a bit too white. Salt and pepper. With Subnautica. I finished Subnautica a few days ago. Actually. The day after we came home. We arrived home. I just wanted to get it over and done with and it was amazing. All done, dusted. I had a lot of the things for my spaceship, so I just did it, got it over and done with. I loved it. I loved Subnautica, and if there's anyone out there that you're thinking of playing, I thoroughly recommend it. It's such a beautiful game, but the only problem now is I don't know what to play after it. Oh. So close to the end of the school year. See, that's when you say that, it's interesting to me because to us, the end of the school year is in November, December. So, Sea of Thieves might be a good next game. Yeah, so that comes out soon. It's like mid-March. Because it did tell me today actually, but I forgot. I was watching a few people play it. Shroud and Summit. Looks really good. Oh, there we go. This is your cucumber salad. Oh. So just need to let it soak in the flavors meld, the salt and the lemon juice. The dill, the parsley, onion. Oh, it's very, very lemony. Very lemony. You guys can't even see it. It's so pale. It's really, really tasty though, promise. All right, let's get into this chimichurri and then our steak. The main reason everyone's here, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Lizzie, thank you very much. How you doing today? What's happening, my friend? Menopause. I haven't heard of that game. Are you? Okay. The Witcher, you reckon's a good game. Okay, so we're gonna use chimichurri. Let me change recipes. Let's go. So chimichurri, for those that don't know what chimichurri is, it is a South American like sauce, usually paired with meat. So like grilled beef or like lamb, and it's really full of garlic, parsley, sometimes coriander and mint. You can use really any herbs that you have with some garlic, lemon juice, and you dress it over top of the meat, and it really cuts through the acidity in the sauce, cuts through some of the fat content in the meat, and that really creates a really delicious, like beautiful mouthfeel, and an explosion of flavor. So good, so good. Hairnets must be worn in the kitchen. Oh my gosh. Witcher's like huge. I don't know about Witcher. Exceed has Witcher already. Okay, so for the chimichurri itself, we have some parsley, garlic, of course. We have red wine vinegar. So that you'll find there's so many recipes out there that you can use whatever you really have in the kitchen. I've got olive oil here as well. Leckham loads. Falcon, how you doing? Alright. We can use some coriander in there as well. I don't really have any. Some honey. Nah, don't worry. Oh, okay. Part near the beginning of Witcher 3 that I couldn't get past, so I gave up. Oh no, Bumpy, that's crazy. That's crazy. So you just haven't ever played it again? We're gonna put some chili. Where is it? I have these ingredients, but I don't know where they are. So some chili, crushed chili flakes, like that, and some oregano. And I don't have any coriander, unfortunately. So we're just gonna go ahead with parsley. I'm such a gamer, I can't even play one game. I can never only play one game at a time. Oh, okay. So, I like my chimichurri to be blended. I don't like chunks of like garlic and the herbs. I like them to kind of be blended into like a nice smooth paste. Not paste, it's like smooth sauce rather than chunks. But it's all up to you. You can like put it in a mortar and pestle if you wanted to, the traditional way. Chop it up with your herbs and your oils. But I like it blended, so it's all personal preference. So what we're gonna do is get our parsley and pop that in here. Reuse this one because I have a lot more of it. Here we go. So garlic cloves. Is you want to cut your garlic like that. A magic bullet. Yeah, this one's a NutriBullet. Same thing. Same. It's amazing. We use it every day. Make smoothies. I used to make nut butter in everything in it, but now I have my food processor for like bigger amounts of stuff. I think it's fantastic. Makes really good cocktails too. Okay. Hey Chester. Chester's just decided to lay near me. Olive oil. So you want about 1/3 of a cup of olive oil. Sounds like going real slow. Nut butter, so like almond butter or peanut butter, that kind of stuff. We're gonna add some of this red wine vinegar, just a little bit of acidity. About a tablespoon, 2 tablespoons. Some honey, some sweetness. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then what I recommend is with all of your recipes when you're cooking is just to add stuff. If you're not too sure, you know, add a little bit less, like chili or, you know, your garlic. Blend it and then try it, and then you can also alter it. So we're gonna add a little bit of oregano, some chili flakes. We might add them at the end, but once we finish, but we can put a bit in there. Some salt and pepper. There we go. And some pepper. So usually I'd add some coriander or cilantro and some maybe mint. So let me go and see what's in my garden, see what I have left. I've got a little bit of mint and some fresh oregano here. So I'm just gonna wash that. Alright, now we're gonna get the lid to our food processor. Gonna crack it up. I'm just gonna put some lemon juice. Yeah. This is a good song. It's an old song. Alright, crack that lid on. And so you could chop it up fine and then use that as a sauce like that. But I like it blended. And then we're gonna cook our steaks in a minute. It's gonna be delicious. So, I'm gonna mute the mic and do a quick smelling mix. So it'll only be 2 seconds. There we go, and we're back. So this is the chimichurri. And, oh wow. Last little bit of sweetness, acidity. Oh, so good. Oh, yum. It should have a little bit of a kick to it. So, you know, that acidity, like I was saying, will cut through the fat in your steak. Now it's just getting it out of this NutriBullet lid. We want to save every bit of it. It's got a little bit of sweetness from the honey. I've never used honey in there before, but I thought I'd try something different. Looks hilarious. Oh, yum. Bit of chili. Put a little bit of more olive oil. Oh, look at that. That's what keeps our meat in our body from melting. Oh, Just a bit of garlic went down my throat. Okay. Steak time. Okay, so this is tri-tip steak. Okay. So, this is tri-tip steak. So it is the edge of the sirloin. And this is the one I've cut up because I just took had two and I wanted to eat some, so I took some. So this is the edge of the sirloin, so it looks like a triangle. What we're gonna do is we're gonna slice it like a little bit thinner. Or should we cook it like that? What do you think? We could do like reverse sear where you bake it. We'll do different ways. I'm just gonna... My knife needs sharpening. Where's BRZT? He's not here today. He's not seeing my cooking. This is for him. So what are your thoughts, guys? Should we do it whole? We'll do it whole, I think. I think it's better that we... Okay, go to the stove. Get a big fry pan out. Bring our cake. Alright, so in here we're gonna whack our pan on high. We're gonna put some olive oil in there. You don't want... We'll put some butter in towards the end, but you want oil because it's a high smoke point. Do it whole. Okay. What we're gonna do is we're gonna season just salt, plain salt and pepper. Nice amounts of salt and pepper. Oh, it's gonna be so good. So salt is a flavor enhancer, so it's gonna bring out the natural, beauty of the meat. And I don't think you need any other flavors. You could do a spice rub if you wanted to. There's a few different ways that you can cook this. You can do reverse sear where you bake it in the oven until it's nearly the temperature that you want, and then take it out of the oven, then pan fry it till it's nice and crunchy on the edges, and nice texture. There we go. There we go. A little bit of salt. Oh, tri-tip. All right, stove. So we want to make sure this is nice and hot. Heating nicely. You want it to be hot enough that it gets a nice sizzle when we add it to the pan. So we might put a little bit more oil. Cake's going well. It's our caramel mud cake. We'll get our tongs out. We'll try it with this. I'm just gonna test. This is a piece of tri-tip that I've just sliced off from another one. So just salt and pepper. We're going to serve it with some chimichurri, just really simple. brought out for later to serve it. Hello, Chester. Can you smell the steak? What I might do, take this off because I feel like it's reducing the temperature further away from the element. Who's had tri-tip before? Let me know. It's something that I've never really cooked properly. I went to my butcher and they didn't even know what it was. I had to go to a different, I rang 3 butchers and no one knew what it was, and then I went and in person went to another butcher and was like, I want this. And she's like, yep, okay. And she gave me this meat and I was like, so I showed her a photo on Google and she's like, oh no, that's not that. She's like, you don't want that meat. She said, it's not nice, it's chewy. I said, yeah, I want it. Like, no you don't. No you don't. It's like, it's not tender. But I think it's gonna be delicious. Everyone tells me it's good. Cook it medium rare. Alright, let's get this bad boy in. Had them all growing up. We did it on the barbecue. Oh yeah. And what would you have it like? How would you serve it? With like a different sauce, or like in a burger bun? I heard the cut of meat was popularized in California. So you can sear it on each side and then pop it in the oven, or you can put it in the oven and then sear it on each side after that. So that's called the reverse sear method. So just making sure we add colour. On each side. Oh, look at this steak. Me in the eye. Grew up in California and cooked it like steak or brisket, served sliced up. Oh nice. So it has a lot of connective tissue. There's not a lot of fat in it. That's what makes it not as a tender cut of meat, so it just needs to be cooked medium rare. You don't want to cook it anymore because it can be quite chewy. So we're just getting a bit of colour on it. Just have to move it around the pan now. Whoops. I'm going to take that piece off. Look at that. So there's the pan kind of goes up in the middle, so then the oil is spreading around the sides, but I can really move it around. Me like ribeye, me eat steak, no. So I'm just going to change my chopping board. And my knife. like it all the time since I moved near Santa Maria. Where's my knife gone? There it is. Quick, put it back where it goes. So while that's cooking, what I'm going to do is just sharpen my knife a little bit. Cowboy cut is my favorite. This is a cheap, it came with my knives actually. The sharpener. I need to get them properly done. So what is cowboy cut, menopause? I'm a bit nervous to ask because sometimes you give me like rude answers or whatever. So it's like, I don't know if I've got myself into a trap by asking like what a cowboy cut is. So like, I don't know. Nervous. You make me nervous. Alright, check this baby out. Oh, I love my tongue. There it is. Sit it up on the side. Bully taking a break from being Batman. So while that cooks and that sears on the side, this is a little piece that it looks small, but it's, whatever. There we go. So this is a little piece that I cut off before. Oh yeah. And I know we have this discussion all the time. It's okay to like your meat well cooked, medium rare, blue, whatever. This is how I like my meat. So look at that. Beautiful. Oh my God. So then Kat, he was talking about, I was playing Batman last night on stream. Arkham Origins. Look at that. And then a little bit of chimichurri. Oh, look at that. So, I'll just sear it on each side. I would never. Ribeye and filet mignon is a cowboy cut. The last stream was okay. It was alright. We didn't really do much. So let's try this. Look at that. Beautiful and juicy. I don't even think it needs the sauce. It's just amazing steak as it is. Oh my goodness. Alright. I'm gonna put it. Look at that. Oh wow. So what we'll do is just pop it on back on that side for a few minutes. I'm going to check the internal temperature. We might need to put it in the oven. If I can find my thermometer. So what's medium rare in Celsius? You're quite cold inside. It's about 25 degrees, 24 degrees Celsius. And now it's gone down, 23. All right. It needs some heating up. It's a nice looking sear. Looking pretty good, isn't it? So I'm going to put it back on the side for a little bit. Alright. I think we'll pop it in the oven just for like 5 minutes. I get some baking paper. Hey Google, what is the internal temperature for medium rare beef?
On the website thesweet.com, they say, internal temperature 130 to 135 degrees F.
Hey Google, what is 130 Fahrenheit in Celsius?
130 degrees Fahrenheit equals 54.444 degrees Celsius.
Look at that. So that, like I just said, it's about 25 degrees Celsius and it needs to be up to about 50. So it's saying it's, here we go. Now it's saying it's 37, so I don't know. $29, $28, $27. It's going down now. Pop it in there for about 5 minutes. In the while, how good does that look? Oh my god! My kitchen's a bit smoky. I'm just gonna check this mud cake. So let's go back to the stove. Move this out of the way. There's oil all over my stove top. Well, cake's still melty. So I'll have to put this at the bottom of the stove, I think. So, these, my problem is cooking, the problem with cooking is that I'm full by the time I finish with all the cooking. Do you like taste test as you go? That's a little bit of my issue as well. So these are our caramel mud cake. Why aren't they coming out? So I think they're a little bit dense because the tin's a bit small, but I think it will be better. I think it's a good recipe to try. I'm gonna try this. I'm gonna make this buttercream as well. The problem is with these tins, they never want to come out. Like it never comes out. Even though I like sprayed the bejuzzes out of it, It never likes to melt quickly. It doesn't matter with this because I'm obviously This is just a test cake, however. I don't like these tins. Because it Wilton Easy Bake. And it is easy and it's a good like amount. However, they're hard to come out. So next time I think I'm going to use baking paper. Oh, come out. You guys can't even see. Yeah, you have to sample, and I have to sample. That's my thing, is I need to sample for you guys to tell you how good the food is. It's my job. Well, alright, that one kind of didn't work as well, but it's pretty moist. Like it's a good cake. I'm pretty happy. So Polsh, I never have seen it either. I found out that you have to ask the butcher, go to a good butcher and ask them. And a lot of butchers think of it as, well, here in Australia it's not like a popular cut of meat, because they think of it as scrap, like a cheap cut of meat that is not used, because the butcher said that it's not tender. And I was like, I don't care that it's not tender, I still want to, and I think it's great. Like it's, when you're cooking it medium rare, it still has a nice bit of chew. Right, let's make some buttercream. When can I get a big ring? Okay. So, buttercream. So we're gonna make Swiss meringue buttercream, and that is a, where's my recipe? There we go. So Swiss meringue buttercream is like American buttercream that are most popular to make cakes with. It's not as sweet. So what we're going to do is make a meringue, and then we're adding butter to it. So it's nice and smooth and silky, and it's not too sweet as well. So you can eat more of it and layer it around cakes as well. And it's not overwhelming with flavour. Okay, so what we're going to do is, you're in my way too. You two, you're in my way. Chester and Romeo want some steak as well. So, Chachos. I was reading it's often ground up and there's one per cow. Someone was saying there's two, I think, on each side. I don't know. So, Link Nightblade, or Braden, was telling me that it's expensive because there's only two. However, in Australia it's cheap because it's not very often used. So I don't know. Alrighty. So with our buttercream, we're going to use 200 grams of egg white. So I'm going to use 100 because I'm just halving the recipe. Dun-dun-dun. Wipe out. Important thing when you're making meringue is you need to have nice, clean equipment. If you are worried, you need to have no fat, like residual fat or like butter or anything in your Thank you so much for that host. Ozzy, how you doing? I'm Bagmina, how you doing? Hello, Minnie. We are doing a test trial of cake because I'm making my brother's wedding cake in 2 weeks. So we're just doing a test run. So I've got some, we'll put this one on top. So this is caramel mud cake. I've kind of broken it up because it was really hard to get out of the tin, but I'm not worried. It still tastes good. So we've got some caramel mud cake here. I was going to put that one on top. It's a bit prettier. Caramel mud cake. We've got chocolate mud cake in the oven as well. It's a lot of pressure. It is. I don't know what I got myself into for when I offered, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So we're making our buttercream now. So we're making a Swiss meringue buttercream. And we also have tri-tip steak in the oven. So we're doing a, I'd never heard of tri-tip steak before, but everyone told me it's really popular and it's so delicious. So of course, naturally I'd have to try it. So tri-tip steak is from the side of the sirloin. So there's only two, I think it's 2 per cow. And it's generally considered here in Australia not to be a good cut of meat. And it's quite cheap because you need to cook it medium rare and it can be quite chewy. However, the way we're going to cook it is medium rare, just searing on each edge and let it rest. So at the moment it's in the oven, so we've seared it on each side. We're going to put it in the oven until its internal temperature is around 50 to 55 degrees Celsius or 130 Fahrenheit, if I've got my measurements correctly. And it's going to be totally delicious. And we've made a chimichurri sauce, so a herbed garlicky sauce to go on top. It's going to be melt in your mouth delicious. So cake and steak. How you doing? Send me the scrubs. Of course. I'd love to. Your cooking is equivalent to the best catering service. You make Gordon jealous. Oh my goodness. What kind of meat is it? It's beef, so it's tri-tip steak. So it's the side of sirloin. It's the I can't pronounce the muscle, but it's called tri-tip. But I think it's delicious. So I'm just telling everyone to rinse when making meringue. So we're making a Swiss meringue buttercream. So you start with making a meringue, and what you're using is to clean out your bowl with some vinegar and some water to then remove any like fat globules or anything from butter or from the dishwasher. You just want it really, really clean because egg white doesn't like oil or fat, so then it will prevent it from fluffing up nice like we want. Turn that off now. It's a good meat, but it's hard to cook. Oh, it's not hard to cook. It's easy. We've seared it on each side. We've just seasoned it with salt and pepper. And then we've seared it on each side, and then we're just putting it in the oven to bring up the internal temperature. You can do the reverse sear method where you put it in the oven and then cook it and then sear it. So then the last bit is like a nice outer crispy shell. So there's multiple ways you can do it. Do it on the barbecue, the grill, sous vide probably as well. Okay. Alrighty, so in here we want 100 grams of egg whites. So now we need to separate our eggs, which I had here. So that means with my egg yolks, I can make hollandaise tomorrow morning. Whoop, 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 whoop. Actually, what about we do a morning stream tomorrow? Make some breakfast. Okay. Oh, I need to measure this. One Molly. I didn't do, no. So I just put some fake eyelashes on just because I wanted to try what they look like on stream. I used to have eyelash extensions like, you know, last year or the year before. They're a lot of upkeep, so I was just trying to see what they look like. Because I try and put mascara on stream, like for the stream, and you can never tell. So it kind of adds definition to my eyes. But I am trying something different. have to say that. Don't say that. Don't hate me. I would never hate you, Betsy. Pan con huevo. Fine without them. Oh, thank you. Okay. So now we need to measure. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I need like a little, maybe this will work. Whoop. No, it's too heavy. My other one's got cocoa powder in it. And it's kind of broken, so it's not really... We could do this. Need a new scales. Good. I don't wear makeup at all except for times in my life. To each their own. You look nice, but again, fun without them. Oh, thank you. I know what you're saying. I don't tend to wear a lot of makeup these days. Actually now, oh wow, 100 grams. Yes. Go Molly. Look at that. Alright. So what we're gonna do is, I love breakfast with caramel latte, by the way. 9:50 a.m. Well, we have caramel brownie instead. Not caramel brownie, caramel mud cake instead. And we have eggs in relation to your caramel your caramel latte. I can offer today is caramel mud cake. All right. So instead of putting it in there first, we need to add it to here. And we're gonna heat this up slowly. I'm gonna get my double boiler back, so bring some water onto my stove. Oh, I'm back and forward to that. I need to take my steak out in 2 seconds. Go to the stove real quick. Oh, sorry guys, I'm so sorry. So this is our tri-tip steak. Nice and seared. We'll do an internal temp. So you want to push it into the heaviest piece or the biggest piece of the meat. Oh, beautiful. 51. Oh, this is good. Lovely. All right, we're gonna take that out and rest it. Got some aluminium foil. What I don't like in caramel mud cake is the lack of coffee. Alright, we're gonna sit that there. That's gonna rest for a few minutes. On here, so we want 200 grams of egg whites, so we've halved it. And then we want 250 grams of sugar. So, 125 grams of sugar. That means I can no, I don't know where my sugar's gone just though. Dun, da, da. And what we want to do is slightly heat this in our double boiler to cook the eggs a little bit, and then also melt or dissolve the sugar. Make this 0. 125 grams of sugar. You can't really see this. There we go. So the cake that I'm making is a chocolate and caramel mud cake. Well, 1 chocolate, 1 caramel, and then I'm doing a white Swiss meringue buttercream. So I want it to be nice and pale. So we're going to be using this, and this is going to go over to here. We're just slightly going to beat that. Warm to the touch, and the sugar has dissolved. Oh, I can't see the chat. Think we can ever do a game. We can all play together. Yeah. Hold on. What does that say? Like what? Scribble dot. I don't know what that is. What the fuck is this? Dark Knight. How you doing? One paints a picture and the other guess what it is. Oh, okay. Like What is that? What is that called? Pictionary? Is that what when you guess the charades? Charades. So what you're doing is you're putting your finger in here, and when there's no sugar granules, they've all dissolved. That's when it's ready. So you don't have to whisk hard, just gentle. So we're making a meringue, Swiss meringue buttercream, and then we've got our tri-tip steak here. We're just resting that. We're gonna serve it with our chimichurri. Once this is nice and dissolved, we're going to transfer it to our stand mixer and beat it till it's nice and whippy, like meringue. Then we're going to slowly add in our butter and make our meringue buttercream. So it's going to be a light, like a white colour. So beautiful to decorate. It's nice and smooth. I think it's going to be perfect. So I'm just doing small amounts of the recipes today, just to test. There we go. That's beautiful. So you don't want to cook it too much, just enough that it's... We should do Sea of Thieves. You reckon we could play all together? Sea of Thieves would be really fun. I'm not sure if it's free. Here we go. You've got in there 100 grams of sugar, and then 150 grams of 150 grams of sugar, 125 grams of sugar, and then 100 grams of egg whites. We're gonna keep blending. We're gonna mix this until it's nice and fluffy like meringue. So I'm gonna mute the mic, okay? Okay, so this is our meringue. You can see that it's nice stiff peaks, like that. All right, we're gonna whip in our butter. I needed to measure 250 grams, so I measured it like that. So we're gonna take this down. We're gonna chop the butter into small little pieces. I'm gonna get it probably out. So there's 250 grams of butter here. So it's called buttercream. And we're gonna add this in and whip it in, okay? So I'm gonna probably put it in the microwave for like 10 seconds because it needs to be soft. There's a lot of butter, it is. So maybe it's a little bit too hard. So this is only half the recipe, guys. Imagine the rest of it. So I'm gonna put it in the microwave for 10 seconds. Guys, how much a KitchenAid in Australia costs, because in Germany they want your firstborn one of your kidneys for one. Yes, that's why I always wanted one for my whole life, and I never bought it for myself. I got it for a present from the amazing Exceed when we first started dating. When we were first dating for Christmas. Well, we'd been dating for a while. Yeah. Depending which version. Ouch. Oh. Touch the middle bit. Oh. Okay, yeah, depending which brand you get, it's the same, but they're worth the money. They are amazing. So you can get different attachments and they're heavy duty. You know, I know people who've had them for 20, 30 years plus, and they're like solid. There's not a lot of moving parts with them, so there's not a lot of ways they can break. All right, so I'm gonna mute the mic again, and I'm gonna show you as I add each knob of butter, okay? So we're not gonna put on we'll put the music on, but we won't play, take the view away.
Y'all should know me well enough. Please don't call me down, 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 down. Nothing else I need to do but dance. Who y'all think y'all frontin' up? Like blah, blah, blah. With 13 and it's all on me and you just bought a shot. Kamikaze if you think that you gon' knock me off the top. Shit. Your wife in the backseat of my foreign car. Don't act like you forgot. I cover shots. Like rap, rap, rap. Pay me what you owe me. Don't act like you forgot. Bitch, better have my money. Mama, you better have mama. You better have mama. Like rap, rap, rap. You better have mama. 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 Like rap, rap, rap. You better have mama. You better have mama. You better have mama. Yeah. You better have mama. You better have mama. You better have mama. Yeah. You better have mama. You better have mama. You better have mama. Yeah. You better have mama. You better have mama. You better have mama. You Turn up to my music while the whole club's fucking wasted. Every time I
All right. So this is your buttercream. Look how beautiful and smooth that is. So I've changed from my whisk to my paddle attachment because that's getting a lot of the air bubbles out to make sure that it's nice and smooth. It's really creamy, smooth, sort of sweet as well. So because that large butter content, it will melt. So you need to make sure that you keep it refrigerated. What we're gonna do is have a bit of fun here. We'll just scrape down this. And we'll use some of this cake. And I'll use some of the rest of this later, but I thought we'll have some fun with this caramel mud cake. While it was muted, I took the chocolate mud cake out of the oven, and I can show you guys what that looks like. If you're worried and you want it to be a little bit sweeter, you can add some icing sugar if you wanted. This recipe is from an amazing Australian guy. The website's called Scranline, SCRANLINE. Go and check him out. He makes amazing cakes. So this is a recipe that I found from him. And I thought we could have some fun. What we'll do is get some of this cake. And how are we gonna do this? Put some little bit of this at the bottom. I'm back all. How you doing? Welcome back, Jemu. Alright, I want to cut this steak up. So we might cut the steak up next. Do it now before we do that. Let's move some stuff around. Oh my goodness, this tri-tip steak is amazing. Amazing, y'all. Okay. Chester, move out of the way. Ooh, Jessie, you got under my feet. There you go, Bobby. He's okay. You're okay. Oh. Wash my hands. Amazing Australian. Thank you, Molly. You shouldn't have. Adorable puppy. Yes, who gets under my feet. Okay, look at this beautiful steak. We'll start from this side, I think. So it's been resting a little bit. I was thinking a little bit too long, but it's looking good. So you're rubbing like 1-inch pieces. Oh my goodness. I was worried that I've been resting it too long and like cooked it too long. Look at that. Exceed, I think BRZT would be proud. So we'll just transfer a bit of a prettier plate. Just clean up some of these juices. It looks perfect. I would eat that because I was just thinking, Betsy, like I know you don't like steak like this. I won't show you the juices then. So we'll kind of just scatter it out a little bit like that. Oh, perfection. It's nice and pink in the middle. And peace. Yeah, and that's the good thing about this kind of steak. You know, it's here, it's more cooked, so that'd be for Exceed, and then here it's more pink for Molly. Mmm. And then do we pour the chimichurri over top, or do we put it on the side? What do y'all think? So we're pouring it, or are we putting it on the side? Both, you reckon? You would put it on the side. I would prefer it blue with no sour cream. Ah, that makes me laugh. Put a little lemon wedge on there. You reckon on the side? Okay. No problems. We could do it like this for this cute little... Does that look too silly? Because I was thinking you could go like that. And then we'll get some extra chili flakes. Oh God, I'm so hungry. Bit of chili flakes there. Simple but delicious. And then I reckon just a little drizzle of oil or pan juices. What do y'all think? Where did the pan go? Now I'm... Oh, yeah, it's a perfect little dipping ramekin alcohol shot thingy, yes. That is specifically what it is. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Then it's all about the salt, guys. Salt perfecto. No wonder the line cooked love watching me wedge lemons. Real nice, thank you guys. I'm super excited. Super excited to get stuck into that. All right, let's do our little cake. Thank you, Betsy, for those bits. Looks amazing. Thanks, Snack Junkie. How you guys doing today? So this here is our tri-tip steak. This was a redemption from our good old pal BRZT. So this is an amazing cut of meat. Sometimes in my country, in Australia, or the butchers that I spoke to, they think that it's a crappy cut of meat. However, in California, it's quite popular. I'm just gonna clean up here. And it's from the edge of the sirloin. Well, Gilla, thank you so much for that follow. Do we ever get to see your hubby? He's a man of mystery. Exceed is the man behind the scenes, and he's a man of mystery. So, this is a tri-tip steak. So if you see it whole, it looks like a triangle. That's the way that it's the side of the sirloin. It is a tougher cut of meat, but if you cook it like this, medium rare, it's really delicious, guys. So we have seared it and then we've finished it off in the oven to make it really, medium rare temperature. Then we have the chimichurri sauce. So that is some coriander. No coriander today, we didn't have any. So it's a herb and garlic based sauce with oil. I blended it because I like the consistency, the smoother consistency. But you can keep it just chopped if you want. So this has got parsley, some mint, and a little bit of oregano from my garden, some garlic cloves, oil, a little bit of red wine vinegar as well, some chili flakes on top, some salt and pepper, really simple. And then we're just finishing it off with a drizzle of the pan juices, some parsley, and just some cute little lemon wedges. All right, just leaking a little bit. So I let it rest, but it's all that pan juices that I put over top, just leaking off the side. Okay, all right, to finish off, let's make this little cakey thing. So we've got some caramel mud cake here, and I'm gonna try and see if I can, this chocolate mud cake, it might be a bit too hot. Yeah, I think it's too warm for the buttercream. So we'll deal with this tomorrow, on tomorrow's stream, I think. But we might layer some of this caramel mud cake up. Whoop. So we can do three little circles. Just having a bit of fun. So I'm doing a test trial of my brother's wedding cake. I volunteered to make their wedding cake and I'm super excited about it. I just want to make sure it's perfect. Pretty tough on myself. So I just want to make sure everything works out and the recipes are correct. So we're just going to put some buttercream in the middle, like this. Having a bit of a fun play around. Because they're going to be having caramel and chocolate mud cake. So this is the caramel one. The chocolate one's just come out of the oven, so it's a bit warm. If I ever get married, my cake better be made of fried chicken. Oh, that would be good. It's a great idea. You know, these days people are tending to not use cake. There's a lot of people, have you seen people make their wedding cake out of cheese? All different types of cheese and stuff. I'm just changing to a spatula. And then just smooth the edges. And then this would be called a crumb coat, because you do a first layer to kind of make all the crumbs stick, and then you do a fresh, smooth layer later on. It's a nice light. It's not, I wouldn't say it's white, because it's got the color of the butter in it, but it is nice and pale. Because we want white, and then she's gonna have green ivy wrapped around the cake as well with a gold topper. So it's gonna look very pretty. So preferably you put this in the fridge because it's a little bit warm still, so it's soft and moving. Once you refrigerate it, goes quite hard because the butter in the cake hardens, so it's easier to ice. There we go. Easy. So we'll put this in the fridge and then we'll get back to it tomorrow. And then tomorrow's stream we'll make a bigger one and then we'll stack this on top. And it'll be a mini version of Cody and Kelly's wedding cake. Oh my goodness, it's really good. So we made our caramel mud cake today. Let me show you. Where's the chocolate mud cake go? For today's stream. So, what did we make? And a cucumber salad. Super duper big stream. So today we did our caramel mud cake, and we just did that in some smaller layered tins. We've done a chocolate mud cake, so we're doing a test run for my brother's wedding. We've done this beautiful, easy, simple cucumber salad. So it's just cucumber, some red onion, we've got some garlic, some parsley, some dill, lemon juice, and Greek yogurt, salt and pepper. Really simple, super easy, and very delicious. I added a little bit too much Greek yogurt. That's why it's a bit pale. And you want more vibrant colors. Given an answer key, you grade yourself super standard. Oh, hold on, let me just have a look. Sorry, I wasn't reading chat. True, I saw a pizza wedding cake recently. Really? My brother made my other brother's wedding cake, and instead of cake, he made chocolate dipped strawberries in a 2-bite brownie bowl kept together with caramel. Wow, Pulse, that sounds amazing. Is your your brother who made the cake, is he into baking, or is he a chef, pastry chef or anything? Too rich and too sweet for me, but oh my god. This is too rich and too sweet. The buttercream itself isn't actually sweet. Not too sweet. It's got a little bit of sugar in it, but not a lot compared to other buttercream. I have to grade my own packet for biology with what I thought she was supposed to grade it. I don't know what that means, Kat. She didn't give us the key. Okay. Who just is who's just into food. Oh, lovely. But works in an office. Oh, okay. That makes sense, Bumpy. I get ya. And then last but not least, with a majority of people coming here, this is our tri-tip steak. So, a beautiful cut of meat. I'm going to buy and prepare this more often because it's so good. We've just seared it with salt and pepper on, seasoned it with salt and pepper. We've seared it on each side. Put it in the oven for a few minutes until the internal temperature was about 50 degrees Celsius, 50 to 52. We've rested it, and it's beautiful medium rare. Towards this edge here, it's more well done, so that's for Exceed, and this here is for me. And then we've served it with some chimichurri sauce. So really popular in South America. It is amazing. It cuts through the fat content in your meat. It's got nice acidity, beautiful fresh herbs, really leaves a really fresh flavor in your mouth. The lemon and the vinegar in there goes really well with a lot of salads, meat, and it's super, super simple. So, you don't need a lot of, flavor, and it's very, very delicious. Exceed gets the offcuts to the primes. Yes. And some buttercream as well. We made Swiss meringue buttercream, nice and smooth and soft for our cake decorating. So we're going to continue cake decorating tomorrow. We've got some delicious food as well. So cake decorating Saturday and Sunday. We are preparing for my brother's wedding in 2 weeks, so I'm just practicing. We're going to make some delicious food tomorrow. And I forgot what we're making exactly, but we're going to continue on with cake decorating. Thank you everybody for being here. It's so lovely to catch up with everyone. We'll be back in 21 hours. We're going to send the love over to someone. Let's see who we're going to host. Who do you reckon, Exceed? Let's go over to... Yeah, Orbs. So Orbs is one of our old Crash Fam team members. Crash Fam, we're no longer a part of it. It was an amazing stream team. We just decided that it wasn't for us and they've disbanded. So we're still supporting all of our team members. He's an amazing streamer. Go and say hello. jump into his chat. I think he's playing Fortnite. So thank you everyone for being here. We'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Have a lovely weekend.